I read scary stories. Part 1. The Fake Mailman. So this story happened when I was about 10 or 11 years old. It was the first time I was ever left home alone, all day. My family had just moved to a new neighborhood a few weeks before. We didn't know many people yet. Our house was smaller than our old home, but it was nice. Quiet street, small front yard. My room had a window facing the driveway. That day I was sick, just a sore throat and a little fever, not that bad. My mom usually stayed home with me when I was sick, but she had to work. My dad worked far away and left super early, so he couldn't stay either. They both asked me, like 5 times, if I was okay to stay home alone. I told them yes. They left around 8 a.m. My mom made me soup and left it in the fridge. I had snacks, water, the TV remote. I stayed on the couch, watched cartoons and tried to rest. You know those days. Around late morning, maybe 11 o'clock, the doorbell rang. I didn't think much of it at first. I got up and walked to the door, and there was a man standing there in a mailman uniform. He looked normal, blue shirt, mail bag, a cap. He was smiling, like he was being friendly. He said, "Hey there, I got a big package for you for this address, but I need help carrying it." I didn't say anything right away. I just stood there looking at him through the window on the door. He kept smiling. Mind helping me bring it in real quick? That's when I started to feel a bit weird. I looked past him to the street, and there was no mail truck, nothing. No white van, no car, no cart, just an empty road. So I asked, "Where's your truck?" He didn't move, he just stood there smiling. Then he said, "Oh, it's just parked around the corner." I didn't want to block anyone's driveway. I nodded, but in my head I knew that made no sense. No one parks around the corner on our street. It's too far to carry anything heavy. And then I asked, "Where's the regular mailman, the one that always gives me lollipops?" He paused, like he didn't expect that question, and he said, "Oh, he's visiting family, I'm just filling in." Still smiling with that creepy grin. I didn't believe him. He didn't have a package with him, his hands were empty. I didn't answer, I stepped back, just a little, and then I moved to the side of the door, where he couldn't see me anymore. And I waited, and waited. He didn't ring the bell again, he didn't knock, I didn't hear anything. So I tiptoed to the side of the window and peeked through the blinds, and he was still standing there. Just standing. Not looking at the window, not moving, just facing the door like he was waiting. I stayed behind the couch and waited. I kept checking the clock. It felt forever, but finally I peeked again and he was gone. I looked up and down the street, and still no truck. And then I saw him. He was walking fast down the sidewalk. No package, no delivery, just walking away, looking behind him like he was checking if anyone was watching. I didn't call anyone. I didn't tell my parents when they came home later. I don't even know why. I guess I just didn't want to get in trouble for answering the door. But I do know for sure that wasn't a mailman, and if I had opened the door, I don't think this story would have had a good ending. Wow, that was a crazy story, and to be honest, I think if it was me, I would probably be screaming and calling my parents right away, which might have been, I don't know, better. I mean, that's crazy, and it gives me goosebumps even thinking about it. What would you do in that situation? Would you call your parents? Would you open the door? What would you do? Leave it in the comments.